Super Subs Explained Easy, where I give you guys a detailed profile on the supplements that I've taken before or have taken in the past or taken right now, and making it very easy for you guys to understand so you're not kind of wondering how these things work. I get a lot of questions all the time on, what should I take? Am I doing this right, this cycle right, and so forth. And I see there's a lot of confusion with a lot of the supplements that are out there. So to make things very so to make things very easy to understand, here it is, Super Subs Explained Easy. We're going to talk about MK677 first, or ibutamoren. All right, so first of all, I get this question all the time. MK677 is not a SARMs. It is a secretagogue. What does that mean? What does that is? Secretagogue is basically helps release your natural GH, basically releasing your IGF-1 and your GHRP6 in your body by a little bit of around 40%, studies have shown. Regardless of the fact, the stuff's absolutely amazing. So up until, a few years, I shouldn't say a few years ago, but a while back, the only really option to really gain muscle was basically taking anabolics and whatnot. And then if you want to go past that, you had to take growth hormone. And growth hormone was that the end-all be-all super drug that's going to give you the best benefits. Well, they came out with something called MK677, which basically does the same thing. The difference between the two is somatropin is a synthetic growth hormone that's put into your body, administered that way subcutaneously. MK677, taken administered orally, and it raises your GH inside your body, right? So on one hand, growth hormone is taking synthetic growth hormone putting into your body. MK67 helps increase your natural growth hormone in your body by basically setting off your ghrelin receptor. What's a ghrelin receptor? Well, the ghrelin receptor is the one that makes you eat and increases your hunger. So what are some benefits from MK677? Well, a lot of benefits. You're looking at, bone health, your overall strength, overall muscle gain. We're talking about great skin, collagen, all those things, hair, nails, basically these things that GH does. And basically the reason why these things were created is because those people who have low level GH would lack in all of those areas. So those people are using MK677 now for more so cosmetic purposes or just for the overall benefits of having your quality of life increased. MK677 is a really, really good supplement to use. I recommend it. One, it's not going to kill your pockets like GH. Growth hormone, we're looking at say like Underground, anything between $400 to $1,000 depending if you're getting something that's pharmaceutical. When you're looking at MK677, you're looking at something between maybe $75 to about $150. A lot less on your pockets and way more affordable. Now, what are some side effects to it? Now we have to definitely talk about side effects. So some side effects is the hunger. Now for those who are competing and you're dieting, MK677 is not the best option because it's going to make you hungry. So when you're in a calorie deficit, you're just gonna get even more hunger. So that isn't a good benefit from the drug at all. Now, some people might like it, some people not. But I'm just saying, if you're in a calorie deficit, it's just not my option at all. For me, if I'm doing a prep, MK677 is not in it whatsoever. Now, another side effect to that, which I would consider a little negative for me, is the water retention, the water gain you'll get from it. Now, you're not gonna overall gain fat from it. Now, if you decide to eat way too much food and put yourself in a calorie surplus, for sure, you'll gain fat. But say you're in a calorie deficit and you're using MK677, you're not gonna all of a sudden gain a bunch of fat. Like I said, you're only gonna gain it if you eat over your surplus. What you will do is gain a little bit of water retention. Now, I've seen that difference in different body types. Your ectomorphs, a lot less water retention. It stays basically at bay when you're looking at someone who's a hard gainer. Those who are easy gainers like myself tend to get a lot more water way faster. So for me, when I started taking MK677, within a month, I put on about 15 pounds. Now, is that all muscle? No, it's not. There's definitely water and muscle in there, but most of it is water, a little more puffy look. Wasn't a fan. Now, that's my opinion. Some of you guys might not even really care about the water retention, but for me, I do. So let's talk about dosages. So how much should, the average person take? Well, you're looking at, for a male, anything between 10 to 25 milligrams. The 25 is your higher end dose. And I'm always gonna be the advocate to say, start off small, let your body get used to something first. And if you're okay with how things are going, then steadily increase or, gradually increase. For women, you're looking at around maybe the 5 to 20. Start a little lower and start from there and then go up from there. Again, if you're getting great results from the lower end dose, I'm always gonna say stick with it. There's no reason to increase if you're still making great progress from the smaller end dose. So for dosages, that's what I would recommend for sure. One thing too is I wanna make sure you guys know that the best way to take it for me, and if you're one of those people who are on any kind of amphetamines, like if you're on any kind of medication that suppresses your hunger, taking it in the morning is probably the best, because for me, I'm taking when I'm on Ritalin and whatnot, my hunger is absolutely non-existent. MK677 literally helps me eat throughout the day. Now, if I take it at nighttime, it's not gonna really benefit me that much. I don't wake up as hungry. So in the morning when I take it, I'm immediately hungry, and then I can eat throughout the day while being on Ritalin. So any of you guys who are on any kind of medication that's making your hunger basically non-existent, MK677 will help you get your meals in. It will make sure you don't skip a meal, period. And now you're looking at wait a minute, is this thing legal? Well, in certain countries it is, in certain countries it's not. Here in Canada, it is legal. It is legal only for experimental use only. So that's basically how you get your loophole and able to actually use MK677 legally. In other countries, is basically no. I think in the States, basically FDA is no, none of those, no SARMs, no secretagogues, no glucose inhibitors, none of those things. Any of those kind of performance enhancers are basically banned. So whatever country you're in, make sure you abide by the law. Do not break the law. Anyway, so that's what I got for you guys today. Now, some tips, some little bit of tips for you guys to take away from this, and we'll talk about some of this later down the road, actually probably tomorrow. But if you're looking at stacking MK677, will be a really good beginner stack. Well, I like to do MK677 with either Ostarine, if you're someone who wants a little bit of a less, I would say, a less intense cycle in a sense. Or if you're looking at getting a little bit more, I would say MK677, something like RAD. Those are two combinations I've used before, and I've had great benefits from them. And again, it's also in that place where, if you're someone who doesn't want to go into the PED realm, the dark side, you can do MK677 and RAD, and you're basically kind of getting almost similar results to, say, taking test and growth hormone. I remember when I went to New York, I was doing some sales for my old supplement company, and I was doing sales, and I remember when the SARMs, glucose inhibitors, and secretagogues were actually illegal inside some of the stores. I remember going to New York, and the guy was like, I'm like, yo, what's this? And he's like, well, take it like this, all right? This is like MK, this is like GH. Over here, this is kind of like Anavar, and right there is like clenbuterol. That's what it is. That's basically what it is, right? And that's kind of I looked at him like, the guy wasn't that far off, but it was basically kind of trying to give me the idea of the results of what those things did. Basically, he was talking about MK677, MK2866, Ostarine, and then GW, which is basically your secretagogue, right? So sorry, which is your glucose inhibitor. So that's the kind of conversations I hear a lot. When you're talking about different kinds of SARMs or whatever, it's basically like, this one does this one burns fat, this one helps build muscle, this one's like test, this one's like VAR, and it causes a lot of confusion. So that's why I'm doing these guys, so we can give you guys a basic information on what these things do. MK677 is like GH, but it is raising your natural growth hormone inside your body, your IGF-1 and your GHRP6, by basically turning on your ghrelin receptor to basically get the same benefits you would get from using growth hormone. Now, have you seen the difference between growth hormone and MK677? I can tell you right now that I actually see MK67 working when it comes to the physiological changes and the chemical changes or biological changes happening in my body when I'm taking it. I can feel myself getting hungry, and I can see myself growing, getting stronger. When it comes to growth hormone, it takes a lot longer for you to see results from that, and I'll get to that in the next video. But anyway, so you guys understand this, just have to say, make sure you are completely safe, understand what you're doing, and make sure you do your own research yourself too. Don't just take it from what I'm saying. Do your research. When I say do your research, I don't mean going to forums and talking to whoever is behind the keyboard saying, yeah, do this and that. Actually do your due diligence. Go to like WebMD, go to good sources on the net that's gonna give you the actual profiles of these supplements so you're not just getting somebody's opinion. As of right now, it's my opinion mixed with some facts. So do your due diligence, go out there and do your own research and do it smart. If you guys have any questions at all or any, something that you want me to talk about, make sure you guys comment below. Let me know what you guys want me to tell you guys, and I'll give you guys the complete, transparent, vulnerable truth of everything that I talk about, guys. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, notification button, so the next time I put a video, you're the first ones to get it. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at _JohnnyShreve_. And for coaching, guys, JohnnyShreve.com. Where you do online coaching, phone consults, the works. Work with me and let me get you into the best shape of your life for the rest of your life. And guys, if you want to get 20% off at IamMutant.com, make sure you use my code at Johnny20 for 20% off at IamMutant.com. Anyway, guys, until next time, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.